If ever I find myself in this bad situation with a king telling me, make 4 changes to my bow now that will improve my shooting, or I'll get my men to push you off this cliff, I will do the following. So the first thing I will say is you got to play with your draw length. I'm not saying it's too short or too long. You're going to have to play with that. Try a little bit shorter, try a little bit longer, and see if it makes a difference in your shooting. Most bows today have rotating mods, so it's so easy to change draw length on today's modern bows. You just simply take out these 2 screws. This is on the Exodus now, and you rotate it back and forth, and you do the same at the top and the bottom. Most guys know how to change draw length. If you don't know, take it to a pro shop, get them to help you. But most bows today, it's so easy to change draw length. And what you're looking for essentially when you're adjusting draw length is, the general rule is, if it floats a lot, like you can't get it on target, you need to shorten your draw length. If it's like, you know, like a sudden movement and it moves so quickly that you can't control it, then you generally have to make it longer. Ultimately, do group testing and see what group's the best for you. And this is one of the most important things in compound archery, is draw length. The second thing I will change on the King's bow is I will play with let off. I will try higher and then lower. I personally like a higher let off. So in other words, higher let off means you hold less pounds in the back. Lower let off, you would hold more pounds in the back. So you can measure this at full draw. I like to hold about between, say, 11 and 15 pounds. That's kind of my comfort zone. I prefer to holding less because for me it calms me down to know that I can hold it for a while without getting tired. When you have low let off, you tend to have to I personally have to kind of get the shots off quicker because I know I'm going to get tired. And some people claim it's a little bit more forgiving. I don't know, because for me personally, I try to shoot a clean shot, and so I like to take my time and get off a clean shot instead of kind of trying to rush it. But some people are like comfortable on higher holding weight in the back, so for them they tend to prefer that. But you have to sort it out for yourself. So I would go high let off and then see how the shooting goes. Be aware how you feel. Maybe do a scoring round and then go completely the opposite way, and then make your let off less again, and then see how you group. Keep in mind that changing your let off will change your draw length, so this goes hand in hand. On this Exodus, you can change it 1/4 inches. So what I usually do, if I put a space in here, which you can adjust your let off with spaces. This is the smallest one. You can shoot it bare off the module, or you can have a 1 spacer thickness. You get number 1, and you get a number 2, and you get a number 3. Number 3 is quite harsh in the back. I can shoot it, but I prefer to stay between shooting it bare and the first spacer. So I will say it's about 11 pounds, 12 pounds on the back on a 60-pound bow. So just keep in mind, this goes hand in hand. Change your let off, you'll probably have to change your draw length. So if you make it less, you have to make your draw length longer because it stops it sooner. Play with that and see if it makes a difference. I'm sure you're going to find it makes a huge difference to your shooting. So the third thing I will change is my ratio between the stabilizers, or the King's ratio. You can play with more front weight or more back weight. you will see this will also make a difference. So for me, I tend to run a little bit more back weight because I shoot a hinge most of the time. I will kind of like to hang there until the shot goes off. I try to hold it as long as possible in the 10, and that's my kind of my shot routine, and then I try to get it off in the 10. Some people will get it off by command, so they'll maybe shoot a bit more front weight, and then they will kind of slam that trigger when the pin hits the 10, so, or the 11 or the 12 or whatever format they shoot. So I like to, you know, take my time, like I said. So for me, like a more back weight suits me better, and not too much though. I like a little bit of front weight, and also the physical weight. I like to go up and down with that, play with that, and then you'll see that also makes a difference to your shooting. Now that we've sorted out the draw length, we sorted out the let off, and we sorted out the bow weight, we're going to play a little bit with peep height. That's the fourth one I will tell the king. Not pushing me off the cliff, please. This will make quite a big difference in your shooting. Most people shoot, in my opinion, shoot too high of a peep. You know, you tend to see them outstretched, especially hunters. You know, like they draw and then they anchor somewhere here, and then they kind of look over almost a bow to try and find the peep. I like to shoot a little bit of a lower peep. It's not terribly low, but it's on the low side. I can get max out of my bow, and it's quite fast. I'll probably get about 80, 90 yards, but you don't want to shoot more than that. There's no format really anymore that you shoot further than that, unless you're going to shoot redding or, you know, but you can make a plan for that. It's not just usually 1 or 2 shots anyway, so it's not a big deal. I wouldn't send my sight up to be able to shoot longer distances, unless you've got a special hunt coming up or whatever. But the point is, if you're going to shoot, say, ASA or, you know, field or whatever, any format, look at where your most shooting will be done. Say it's 40 yards, set up your peep for 40 yards, because that's where you want to be the most comfortable. Because changing distances from 20 to 60 or 80 or whatever will change the feel of your anchor point, because it's going to change slightly depending on your speed. If your speed is more, that change will be less. If it's slower, you're going to have to make quite a lot of adjustments in the back on your anchor point to be able to still look through the peep. So play with this, move it up and down. The idea is also, if you find yourself sometimes, minor adjustments, if you find yourself dropping out the bottom, your peep might be too high. I'm talking about, if I'm talking about dropping out the bottom, I'm talking about when you aim and it falls slightly out at the bottom, move your peep a millimeter down, see if it helps. It might help. In general, to set up your peep, you say you want to do it from the start, and you have no idea where it should be, draw your bow back, close your eyes, get a comfortable anchor point, and then open it up. If it's too high, you obviously move it down. If it's too low, move it slightly up. And then from there on, you can adjust it. Fine adjustments, move it up and down. You'll see it makes a difference on your shooting. And just like that, guys, it's the end of another video. Hopefully you've learned something today. And if you did, feel welcome to say it in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe if you like what you see. Hit that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we bring out a new video and you don't get left behind. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.